the Daily Opinion Podcast fact check, but we ain't checking no motherfucking facts. I'm just gonna say what the fuck I feel like. If you don't like that, then it is what it is. This ain't for you, buddy. But yeah, hopefully y'all have a Netflix subscription, because I've been watching this new show called Death to Me, something like that. And it's a pretty good show. I'm only on like the third episode, so I'm not gonna ruin nothing for anybody. But pretty much this girl's husband dies, and then they kind of looking for the killer type of shit. Just like a little bit of storytelling, but that's all within the first episode. I'm not ruining nothing for y'all. But I was just thinking, because usually this scene, like there was a funeral in the little show, right? But usually like this sort of scene only happens in, let's say, some special operations type of dude, like a Green Beret or whatever, or like some some CIA movie or whatever. But pretty much, you know, the scene where like the wife is mourning, and then like some mysterious fucking dude walks up and is like, "You don't know what your husband did you? Let us show you." I was thinking like we could really start a service, like if you didn't like somebody, or you just wanted to fuck with someone's head, just like send a random nigga out there. He'll stand in the back, like he'll just tell him when the funeral is, and he'll just be all the way in the back, like to the point where everyone can see him, but it just looks like he's trying to hide, like he's next to a tree or hiding behind a tree or some shit. And you know, he got shades on and all black and everything, and he clearly looking, but people like, who the fuck is that? But he looks, you know, mysterious enough that just like, okay, we not walking all the way over there to ask this nigga. And then anytime anyone tries to walk up, he just gets in his car and just speeds off. But then comes back later, because that shit would ruin the entire thing. So like, let's say at the end of it, you just say like, "Hey, get this bitch Barbara." You know, I don't know if that's the widower or the widow, or it could just be some random ass person that like an aunt or something, you know what I'm saying, that knows the guy. And then have the mysterious nigga just walk up and be like, "Hey, you know, I know Alan's a dead person. You know Alan, did you know what Alan did for work?" And then she's gonna be like, "Yeah, he was a fucking architect." He's like, "Oh, is that what you think? Is that what you thought?" It's like, "Yeah, nigga been an architect for like 15 years, bro. Like I seen, like there was plenty of people." Like who? You know, the dude would be like who? And I'm like, okay, Amelia. Is like, "Yeah, Amelia's good. She's really good agent." And then she's like, "What agent?" And he's like, "Oh, never mind, I can't say that shit." But yeah, nah, your husband was in like some real murky shit, and if you want to learn more, head here. And then give her like some obscure ass place in the middle of nowhere, and so that you know that if she were to drive out there, you know, and then she like undoes the door or some shit, you know, just take a picture, and then you could just feel good in the fact that you just wasted this woman's time for no fucking reason for like $200. That's how much the service will cost. And so like, let's say the wedding's being done, or not wedding, the funeral being done in like somewhere in Maryland. You just have it out in fucking Oklahoma. Like, okay, waste some motherfucking money, but or like Idaho or some shit. And it's like, okay, well, I want to get to the bottom of this, and then like send. And if she doesn't go, like just start sending weird messages to the thing, like Agent 59, we need you to exfiltrate subject 962. Like at a certain point, the bitch is gonna go over to Idaho. You know what I'm saying? Or nigga, whoever it is. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good business plan to have. I don't know who's really gonna do that, because you would also have another nigga in Idaho to have to do the work to set everything up, so that when they open the door or whatever contraption, that it takes a picture and it's like, "Ha, fooled you, bitch." But yeah, that's the only bad part. You would have to have like a whole nother person in a whole different state, because it wouldn't make any sense for you to go out there, because then you would have to fly, so you'd be wasting your own money. I mean, unless you got it like that, unless you cool wasting your own money, you would have to have another nigga on the other side of the country doing this shit, so that you wouldn't have to like pay for a round trip plane ride every single time that you want to do this shit. But it's a possibility. It's definitely a possibility. So hey, that's just one of my ideas. If someone wants to steal it, feel free, but let me know about it, because I think I got a few people I want to do that shit too. Shit, I'm gonna do that at my own funeral. Fool some folks, but I'm gonna have like 100 of these niggas too. If I die, I should be a millionaire by that point. So whenever I die, I'm just gonna pay like 100 of them to do it to everyone at my funeral. I'm probably gonna have like 3 people at my funeral, because I'm gonna treat everyone badly so that no one's hurt whenever I die. That's how much I'm such a fucking nice guy. But yeah. Lit shit. I really wanted to start the podcast off this way for some reason, so I'm happy I was able to get that out. Fuck, I don't have my phone. Give me 1 second. And we're back. All right, y'all. Sorry about that little hiccup. And if y'all see, I made a I got a new little podcast fucking cover art thing. I think it looks pretty dope, but it's a little bit dark. I didn't realize this shit until it uploaded. I don't think you can really see it too well, so I'm probably gonna change it again. But I don't know. I think it looks pretty fire. Because I was like, yeah, people probably ain't clicking on this shit because it just looks so like regular. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this shit works out. Because I do need some more viewers. It seems like not a lot of people is listening. It's breaking my heart. But hey, it is what it is. If this shit works out, it works out. If it don't, it don't. I got a real ass job. So it's like, hey, this ain't going to kill me. And I really got 1 year. I gave myself 1 year to just kind of pipe up all my little dreams. Cause I got a company going right now, selling some shit. It's actually going pretty well, honestly. And then I got this shit going. Those are really my only two main things I want to do. But hey, doesn't fucking matter. Here we go. So let's get into some new shit. Oh yeah. Oh, I already said that. Never mind. All right, so let's get into some new shit. So I don't even know if this matters. I just opened up Instagram. It says Nike and Adidas expected to reduce production by 30 to 40% starting January or summer of 2023. I don't know why we give a fuck about this. All right, I don't care about that. One thing that I saw was what was that thing? Oh, wherever we're doing the Olympics, and motherfuckers was like, yeah, no beer. I'm like, you could have told us before the fact, because like even in regular ass games, like I feel like even soccer fans or whatever, they drink beer whenever they go to a soccer game. So you really just gonna, I don't know. That's a country like legit doubling down, and I feel like. I don't know, because I don't want to say everyone's an alcoholic or anything, because definitely, but it's just like, man, if I went to a country and I'm expecting like, okay, I got Olympics tickets, I'm about to fly out there, I expect there to be all the amenities. If you're going to be like, oh yeah, also, we didn't tell y'all this, but when the fuck even is the Olympics? Let's see. We're going to hit up iPhone. When is the Olympics this year?
Here's an answer from
It's on August 9th. Nigga, this ain't it. What the fuck? That's not the same date. It should be this year. Yeah, it's in 2020, so it should be in 2022. I'm gonna look this up. Olympics this year. Date. Fuck. Alright. They're saying it's in Beijing. I think it was in Beijing. February 4th, 2020. This shit already happened. Maybe it's a different Olympics. I don't know. But either way, someplace in the Olympics, I guess the 2024 Olympics. So that's not bad. You already know 2 years out that we're not going to be having any alcoholic beverages. I can get with that, because then it's like, okay, well, I'm just going to do this shit the 2 years from then. Also, who the fuck is going to the Olympics other than Olympians? Like the people in the crowd, that shit blows my mind. Like unless I had like dumb money and I'm just like, okay, I'm going to take off like 7 days of work and I'm a millionaire because I own my own business and shit. So there's no reason for me to not just go, because I've never been before. That's the only reason. If you were just a regular ass person, I don't think anyone cares about the Olympics so much that they're like, I mean, maybe other countries do. I don't know, but I've never met anyone in the USA that's been like, oh yeah, the Olympics this year has been like good. It's just like, nope, we only care about who the fuck wins the most medals and then we'll celebrate you. But until then, it's like, nah, we don't care, nigga. You better keep to running and sprinting and what's it called, swimming, while we don't care, so that we can care when the day comes, you know. But I wonder if they still do, because if I was like a professional swimmer, I'd want to be getting paid to swim. I wouldn't want to work a regular ass job and then have to get into the pool. You know, I want my job to be me swimming. So I wonder if they could just like practice all day, enter tournaments, and if you're an Olympic class swimmer, you can probably win a majority of these tournaments. So maybe a tournament a week, you're making $1,000 for a tournament. I don't even know if they would have swimming tournaments every week, or even race, like foot race tournaments. Like there's not even foot race tournaments every week. Damn, I think being an Olympian kind of sucks, because like if you don't win your first one and you just got to keep going at it and you keep getting like fourth place, you're not getting no sponsors in fourth place. You only get sponsors, you know, first or third, maybe even third. I don't even know. I feel like it's only first and second, but Yeah, so you pretty much just doing that, working a regular ass job, and then it's like, hey, I'm going to the Olympics. Oh, okay, cool, Phil. Like, what are you gonna like? You just gonna be in the audience? Like, no, I'm fucking participating because I'd be broke as fuck if I were to just be doing this shit. Like, no, you gotta actually. I need to look that shit up actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, because like usually with a lot of like, I feel like Olympians are older folks. You know what I mean? I guess I could be younger because that little gymnastics girl, Gabrielle Styles, whatever her name is, she's like 4 or 5 or something like that, low key midget. But I mean, she wins, so I mean, hey, it is what it is. But before she won, because that's the thing, she was young when she won, but there's probably like some 34-year-olds that's like trying to still make it, or 28-year-olds still trying to make it, and they ain't never won the Olympics before, so they literally just fucking bagging groceries and shit or whatever they're doing, and then going out and running every day, being one of the fastest niggas on earth, and we don't even know about it. We just look and being like, bag my groceries up faster, bro. You slacking, nigga. You slacking, boy. Let's see. That'd be crazy. If people still out there calling folks boy. I wonder why girl hasn't been like a thing. Usually that's like a girl thing. They'll be like, girl. But no, niggas like boy. Well, girls say boy. Boy. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Let's get back to alright. Okay, and then this girl, I've never heard of her before. This girl named Ali Lottie. Or Ally Lottie, Allly. I thought that's Ally. I don't know. Lottie, Lotti. It's 2 separate words. Claims that JuiceWorld didn't die from a drug overdose and no one knows the truth. So she went on Instagram. This Ali Lottie got on Instagram Live the other day, and apparently she was Juice Girl's girlfriend. And JuiceWorld was a rapper, very big up and coming rapper, maybe not like XXX big, but he had a fairly big fan size and everything like that. And then he died because at least the story given to us was the fact that he was a very, and a lot of people attested to this, that he was a very bad he had a very bad drug habit, and they even said like in the following weeks they're going to take him and be like, hey, you need to actually go and get help for this shit because it's not cool that you abusing this shit like that, which is crazy if rappers are telling you that shit, but because that's what NLE Chopper said. And then I think some producers and people around him was like, yeah, we was about to try to help him out because that shit was getting a little bit too deep. But so apparently he was on either a private plane or a regular plane, and when it landed there were police officers there because they wanted to get him for drug charges or smuggling drugs, whatever the fuck it was, because you can't fly with drugs, because I feel like that's at that point it's trafficking, because even if you didn't intend to sell it, you are putting drugs over the state lines and everything like that, right? Again, could be wrong on this shit because I ain't about that shit. I'm not in that world. And also flying with drugs. I know niggas that flow with drugs. I'm like, you a bold motherfucker. Like it can't be that deep, bro. It really can't be that deep that you need to fly with drugs, because getting on the no-fly list is gonna fuck your life up, especially if you like still like 30s. You know what I'm saying? If you like in your 70s, okay, maybe you could just stay at home for the rest of your life. But it's like, I don't know, trafficking drugs, that's a federal charge, my nigga. It is no good. But either way, so he flew, and then they were waiting on him down at the tarmac or whatever. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, I think one of the plane people, like the one of the pilots, was like, okay, these niggas in the back is really doing some crazy shit, so we're gonna have which is some snitching ass shit, which is crazy. Hopefully that pilot feels terrible about himself, because that's one thing that kills me about the whole drug game shit, right? That's one thing that really kills me about the drug game shit, is that like they'll give people crazy amounts of time. They'll give you more time for an ounce than fucking killing somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, Joe Rogan was just talking today. There was some kid who there was actually 2 stories that kind of blew my mind. This one I literally heard like maybe not even an hour ago. This kid in Phoenix, they have medical marijuana, but you have to have like a seller's license or whatever, right? So not even medical, you can have recreational marijuana, but in order to sell, you have to have a certain seller's license, right? Same as Detroit. I think they have like a lottery so that they can pick out the people that they want to have the things, which Detroit was fucked up, because even though there's majority black people, because Detroit was named like the most black city in America, they were getting like mainly white people the little lottery tickets. And in my mind, I'm like, that could be some fucked up shit, but it also could be like, hey, the white people had the funds in order to actually make a business, brick and mortar business, and have had the funds in order to actually put towards the weed, because you can't just get, because if you were to get the little lottery pick, they would just be like, okay, so what are you going to do with it? You can't just be still serving on like a corner, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have a brick and mortar, like a legit business going on, bro. I mean, you could say it's a delivery business, maybe. That might actually been a better lick, but I don't even know. But back to Phoenix, this kid had served as undercover police officer 4 times, and then he gave him about a little bit over an ounce apparently. And apparently in Phoenix, if you do more than an ounce selling wise, then that's a felony. So they gave this 21-year-old kid 15 years in prison because of him selling weed. I'm like, man, that's some fuck shit. Like, that shit don't even make any sense. Like, who's really, in my mind, I'm like, no one's really mad at weed dealers. If anything, who you need to go after is the people that's distributing it. Like, not the actual dealer, but the person that's giving it to dealers, and then keep moving one level up. Because it don't make any sense busting some random ass, like, 21-year-old kid. He ain't the one heading the shit, because you know what's gonna happen as soon as he gets locked up, people gonna be like, oh shit, like there's more demand for it, so let me put my fucking hat in the ring. And you just gonna lock up a bunch of 21-year-olds and then come out with 35-year-old or 36-year-old like incarcerated people that can't get a job, more than likely because they've been in prison for the past 15 years or 35 years old. They don't have any damn work experience. Like, it just don't make any sense why you would do it. Because when they come out, I doubt they're going to be better than when they went in. They probably going to be mad as fuck at the system to be like, really? You gave a nigga 15 years. I'm 35 now. I don't have no job. I don't have no credit. Like, people aren't going to want to hire me because I was a previous felon. Like, this shit don't make any sense to me, because I'm like, this, you must have seen this from the crack epidemic back in the day, like judges and everything. There should be like a precedent set, like, hey, if they don't really do too much, like, I understand it's against the law, but also who's making these fucking laws? It's people that we elect, but these people that we elect also have to have the money in order to run for the office and everything like that. Because right now we got Raphael Warnock in Georgia, we got Raphael Warnock and Herschel Walker running, and the crazy shit is that Herschel Walker, all you had to do was type in Herschel Walker violence. That's on one of Raphael Warnock's commercials. He just type in Herschel Walker violence, and you'll see that he tried to track down his wife and his son for like 8 months. They had to move 6 times, and he put a gun to his mom's head trying to kill his fucking mom and his son, tracking them down. I'm like, this nigga is crazy as fuck. The people that worked underneath him say that he's a pathological liar and that he has propensity for violence. And it's like, oh, okay. How did you get in the race, my boy? Like, how the fuck are you one of the better ones? And Raphael Warnock, he tried to run his wife over with a car. I mean, yeah, that's less worse than trying to murder your wife and son or whatever. Maybe he only wanted to murder his wife, Herschel Walker. I'm not exactly sure, but it's still just like, man, what the fuck are we really doing, bro? Like, we got a nigga that went, how about we get someone that didn't try to kill somebody? Can we get some of that shit? That sounds good as fuck, but I don't know. That must be out of my goddamn control, I guess. It's ridiculous, but yeah, but you had to have the money, because Herschel Walker back in the day, he was a football player, I believe. Let me look. It's crazy how I got here from what's his face, RIP JuiceWorld. Let's see, Herschel Walker. Let's see what it is. American, yeah, football running back. Yep, 12 seasons he was in there. So he probably got dumbass CTE, but that's the thing. He was in football, so he has money. And then Raphael Warnock was a pastor, and I believe that successful pastors make a lot of money. I dated a girl whose father was a pastor. That nigga was a legitimate millionaire. It was pretty fucking crazy. But yeah, and cheating on his motherfucking wife too. But it's mind blowing that these are the two people that you can choose from. And then people say, well, anyone can put their hat in the game, but it's like you also need ads and everything. You need to, I mean, maybe you can just go around and just say like, hey, I'm going to go to each and every house, like some back in the day type of shit. Because I think that's what JFK did in West Virginia. I think I saw a picture of that where he went around house to house and introduced himself. Said like, hey, I want to be your senator, da-da-da. Maybe that's the way to do it, but again, you need money. And like people that say like, yeah, money isn't everything, they're fucking out of their minds. Money may not be everything, but it's like 80% of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And people that don't want to believe that, then they're just lying to themselves, because it's like, hey, like I had to take this into account with myself, because like I know I was thinking like, okay, I'm 6'3", right? So I was thinking my girlfriend wouldn't fuck with me if I was 5'6". You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of crazy, but I also know my girlfriend probably wouldn't fuck with me if I was broke. So it's like, hey, money makes a difference, because I was able to meet my girl and everything. And the height thing doesn't really matter, but I'm just saying like there's stipulations to people's love, or you know, because I'm gonna have like, let's say I had the same, and that's the thing. I was even thinking about her. I was like, yeah, if she was like ugly and fat, I wouldn't date her. That like I love her personality and everything, but if she was ugly and fat, I wouldn't date her, because that's just not physically appealing. So, damn, how the fuck did I get to this point? What was I saying? Oh, so yeah, like it's certain factors. So like she wouldn't like me if I was broke, and so money made it so I was able to meet my girlfriend. You know, the money that I was able to get from years of doing my job and shit. So it definitely does matter. And you know, money makes it so, because you know, I had a I had a friend who claimed that he was homeless because his parents had kicked him out because he was being a fucking he was being a nothing, right? And he ain't asked me because he already know what time it was, but he had asked one of my other friends like, hey, can I move in with you? And my friend was like, he had asked me like, should I let this dude stay with me, or should I leave him out on the street for a little bit so he knows like the consequences of his actions? And I was like, nah, bro, because if you leave him on the street, he's gonna get dirtier. He's gonna have more time that he can't like access a computer reliably or get calls back and everything. If he were to get a job somewhere, like if you're gonna let him live with you immediately so he can get like, but let it be known like, hey, bro, you need to get back on your feet now, because you're not staying in my house forever. I'm gonna do the same thing as your mom, and I ain't gonna be as nice, you know. But it's like you leaving him out there on the street just gonna make it harder for him to get a job in the future, you know. Hey, why do you have a 2-week break between last time you had a job and like talking to me now? And it's like, well, because I was on the streets for 2 weeks and I didn't have a phone for you to reach me, so I had to wait till I got a reliable location. That doesn't look good. Even at McDonald's, it don't look good, you know what I'm saying? But damn son, I don't know how I got here from JuiceWorld, but we gonna go back to JuiceWorld. But either way, this Ali Lottie, whatever her name is, she seemed like she was drunk, honestly. And you know, sometimes you get drunk, you just start saying clout chasing type shit. So she could have had like 100,000 views, or you know, the most amount of views she's ever had on a live, because she said this shit on Instagram Live. So she could have just had like a bunch of people on Instagram Live, and she was like, oh shit, I know how I can go viral. Everyone's looking for clout nowadays, because clout is money. Like back in the day, clout was just like, okay, you just want people to know about you. But now clout is like, okay, that can translate directly to fucking money. You know, people just be watching shit that ain't funny, ain't no substance. It's just a girl just sitting there answering questions about nothing. What color is your hair? Is it dark blue or just not blue? Is it dark brown or just regular brown? It's like, yeah, it's brown. Like, as long as you got people behind you that want to listen to your shit, you can make stupid amounts of money. So like, I don't know. Then you get ads and shit. Again, I don't know how I got here based off of, but either way, old girl seemed like Ali, whatever her name is, Ali Lottie, whatever her name is, Lottie Lottie, we like the party. Her, she just seemed like she was drunk and just was saying shit. So I'm not really putting too much credence on the fact that like this man died. And also, I believe the coroner was even like, yeah, it was an overdose. And then people on the plane was like, yeah, he took a fucking handful of pills and then died afterwards. Because you can't do that shit. It will kill you. But yeah, again, RIP or condolences to JuiceWorld family. Even if I said something, I didn't mean no hate or anything to her. Oh, that's a cat. Hey, what's up, cat? Hate towards it. But yeah. Alright, shit, let me see. Let me get one more. Alright, I got one. It ain't a motherfucking daily opinion podcast unless I throw in some heartbreaking shit, you feel me? Or nigga, or someone getting shot at or killed. Again, this ain't going to the people that were shot at. It's just this fucking goddamn buffoonery ass nigga. Okay, so this is what happened. Man accused of shooting at his. They accused. I don't like that shit when people say accused, and it's like we seen him do it, and he did do it, and he also admitted to it. Man accused of shooting at his family after a game Monopoly went horribly wrong. The game Monopoly didn't go horribly wrong. Nigga just lost his mind. So here we go. The Tulsa Police Department said that John Armstrong and his stepfather got into an argument while playing the game, and things certainly escalated. Yeah, you can't. I don't know. Stepdads need to chill out because a lot of them want to still be like, you better respect me as your father. It's like, bitch, I don't fucking know you. A random ass nigga. I don't know you. Just fucking my mom, bro. Better chill out. The Tulsa Police Department said that after knocking over the Monopoly board and turning over his furniture, another family member told Armstrong and his stepfather to take the fight outside. Armstrong had been accused of pulling out a pistol and chasing his stepdad and stepsister at gunpoint down the street. No real reason to pull it out on the stepsister, it seems like. I added that last part, but still don't seem like a reason if you're fighting the dad. I mean, maybe the other thing, you better just head up and just start knocking people out and shit. That's why I get big for the shit. In case something goes down, I have to pull out a gun on some fuck shit. Let's see. The stepsister called the police and claimed one shot was fired during the confrontation. Police arrived on the scene and arrested Armstrong. He's since been charged with assault with a deadly weapon, and authorities say that Armstrong admitted to firing one shot at the ground. Yeah, bro, you can't shoot at people, my nigga. And that's the thing. That's the shit that kills me because it wasn't about the Monopoly game. I don't like those headlines. If it's really about the Monopoly game, he needs to be locked up for life because he clearly is a sort of loser or some shit. But the stepfather had him saying some wild shit. Like, cause I don't know, like families getting together, this shit just toxic. Like that's why I just don't avoid that. That's why I avoid people. Cause like if I already know I don't like somebody, I ain't gonna go over to the house because my mom wants me to. I'm like, nigga, like ma, you should be wanting me to like be happy and shit. If I know that if I go around these family members, I'm gonna be upset because they're gonna talk shit, and then it's gonna be weird having a 5-on-1. I don't care who you are because if like I seen a video, it was like this dude went over to his girl's family's house, and then like the aunts and uncles were like, you know, getting on him and shit, and he just like, all right, I'm about to get out of here. I'm like, yeah, I ain't even putting myself in that situation. Just because the girl's like, I'm gonna be sad if you're not there. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be sadder if I fucking go. Like, because that's the thing, you being sad, me not being there, you just saying like I want them to get in on you. And the fucked up thing is like if you start getting back on the auntie or uncles, your girlfriend gonna be mad. You ain't have to say that to her. Like, no, what the fuck? She tried to get on me. What the fuck you talking about? That's some crazy shit, bro. But I don't know, man. This shit's just crazy. I don't change my motherfucking life for no motherfucking body because like they say, your happiness is up to you. So if you ain't happy, you gotta change what you doing because you can't change the people around you. And if you already know that the people at some event or function is gonna be on some fuck shit, then you can't go over to that event or function because then you gonna be on some fuck shit. They gonna give you that negative energy. They gonna start saying that negative shit, and that's not gonna make you happy, bro. So I guess all that to say, don't be fucking shooting people over some Monopoly game, regardless. Actually, any game, because I told y'all a few weeks ago about a kid that had killed a childhood friend of his because she beat him in basketball, and then he went home, spun the block, and killed her because she won a game of basketball, and he had known this lady for his entire life. So yeah, I don't know. Shit's crazy. Have something to live for, but I think that's the end of the podcast, man. At the end of the day, love all the people that are around you and that you do love and respect. If you don't like them, fuck them. Don't deal with them no more. You don't got to deal with nobody. Unless it's like your boss or some shit. If it got to do with money, then yeah, it's probably in your best interest to motherfucking deal with them. And other than that, you know, love you. Don't be stupid out there. Stay safe. Remember the golden rule. Treat others as you would like to be treated, and we'll be straight. All right, y'all. Take it easy. Peace.